Hey, it's Vas here from Aussie RC Playground, and today we have the team-associated Reflex 14MT. Now, this unboxing is a little different because, well, I've had the truck at home for a few weeks. I've been waiting for a time to actually do the unboxing, and as you can tell up here in this corner, my dog had other ideas, and he absolutely ruined this box. So I couldn't really try it, like I wasn't going to tape it up and try to hide it, you know. It is what it is. He wrecked the box. I can't do the usual unboxing at the start, so, and this is pissing me off, so I'm just going to get rid of that. So I figured today we'll just raw dog it and and just do it the old-fashioned way. Try to do minimal editing, minimal takes, and yeah, just give you a look at this thing. Now, a lot of people have been talking quite highly of this truck. This is not a brand new release. It's been out for quite some time, but I wanted to get my hands on it because, as I said, a lot of people have been talking quite highly about it, and I've been getting a lot of small-scale trucks lately. So I figured, okay, well, let's try something from a well-known brand that costs a little bit more, and you know, at least here in Australia, these are not the cheapest. But it is brushless, it's four-wheel drive. I think it's splashproof or waterproof or something like that. I can't quite remember, but it is ready to run. And yeah, we're gonna have a look at it. I kind of peeked in the box a little while ago, so I can't really remember everything that's in here and what the truck is all about. So let's do this the old-fashioned way. So getting it out of the box here, get rid of that. We have our manuals and looks like a whole bunch of parts in this little bag here. We've got a battery strap. I'm not sure if that's a spare one or an extra one. There's some more plastic pieces here. Looks like skid plates maybe. We've got what looks like, wow, it looks like diff gears and a spare spur. Yeah, so there's ring and pinion gears in here. Wonder if there's a spare pinion, because that would be pretty good. What are these plastic pieces? They look like shock rod ends or something of that nature. There's little ball ends here. This looks like parts for the spoiler at this end. So quite a few little bits and pieces in there, which is pretty good. The manual is sealed. There's some spare bits here for the servo. I don't know why they give you that. That's kind of odd. There's a cross wrench in here. So we might cut this up a bit later. Take that off. Take the truck out of there. Oh, suspension's not too bad. We have our radio here, which I need to cut up. So, as I said, this is going to be a little bit different because my dog somehow, I don't know why, like, just decided to chew on the box. And the thing is, he's got a lot of toys. I actually buy him quite a few toys, but he somehow still chews on stuff. So what do we got here? The radio, not too bad. 4 AA's underneath. Well-weighted trigger, don't mind the trigger. Foam wheel, well sprung as well. No collapsible antennas or anything like that. Stands up well, can lay down, no really. Maybe the other way. Not that that matters. Lay down flat, yep, no problem. On and off switch back here. Dual rates, steering trim, throttle trim. Oh, that means it has throttle dual rate as well. Very good. Reverse switches up here and a little LED indicator just in the corner over there. And that's the radio. Not too bad. It's got a little bit of a rotor detail behind the wheel. Come on, camera. There you go. So, not a bad radio. Looks like we've got instructions for the radio as well in here. So, yeah, I'm sure a lot of you will take your time to read through this. Not really. Get rid of that, and before we get stuck into the truck, let's cut open this manual, because I know you're all dying to see the manual. This is what you all tune in for every time I do an unboxing. Little cross wrench, and want to see what's going on in here. Now, I go through the manuals because I do like to see the effort that the manufacturers put into these. And this one doesn't look too bad. So there's more information regarding the radio here, how to plug your battery in, how to charge your battery, basic stuff, right? What else we got? Oh, here we go. So exploded views of the diffs. and it looks like Team Associated pretty much give you a kit manual. So if you were to buy this as a kit, this is how you would put it together. And it's just exploded section views of outdrive cups, the chassis, how to assemble, you know, shock towers, bits and pieces, stuff like that. So essentially that's how the manual is done. There are some setup guidelines on the back pages here. Shock assembly, motor, what else we got? And some more bits and pieces, how to put the tires on, steering servo, and I think that's the last page. That's it. Not too bad. It's okay. I don't know what the instructions are going to be like until I actually work on the car, but yeah, we'll see. What do we got here? So this is the manual for the ESC. So actually, out of curiosity, what do we got? Does it have, I'm just wondering, troubleshooting. Does it have, okay, calibration. What I'm looking for is actually what, like all the settings are. But it doesn't look like it's very tunable. That's really it. It's got low voltage cutoff, can do 2S LiPo, that's it. Doesn't say anything, motor limit, 2S. Okay, so apparently this only runs on 2S. I would have thought that this would run on 3S as well. It's got a 5,000 kV motor, so it's quite high. I don't know. What is this? There's another leaflet here. This is something to do with troubleshooting. Nothing. Okay, never mind. And then we have those servo horn pieces, and we have associated electrics. This looks like just advertisement. Yep. So, and that is it. Okay, so truck. Here we go. Looking at it, it's very light, by the way. Plastic chassis, not metal. So that's an interesting thing, right? Because I mean, a lot of the trucks that I've been reviewing out of Banggood, even the Lalo ones, some of them have alloy chassis and they're a lot cheaper than this. So I'd be curious to see how this is going to last. Now, again, as I said at the start, there's a lot of people that have actually been speaking quite highly of this truck, so I'll be curious to see how that plays out. These LEDs at the front, from what I've seen a couple of videos where these just pop off real easy, so I'm not expecting those to last very long. It does come with a wheelie bar already pre-installed that you can see back here. There is no protection to the body whatsoever. There's no like plastic skids or anything like that, which is a real shame. The wheels though, whoa, hold on. So suspension, very nice. And the wheels and tires. So your tires have got like this Badlands style of like motocrossy type of tread. Wheels are a bit, they're okay. But they do have foam and they actually feel really good. Like the rubber compound feels really, really nice. I'm actually quite impressed with that. That's quite nice. So taking the body pins off, get rid of that guy, and we'll get rid of these guys. Oh, they're so tiny. They don't put any like little pull tabs on these body pins. There's no tethers for these either. This is all stuff that you find in some of the other models, which is, yeah. The body is kind of thin and flimsy. It's a light truck, so this might, you know, ratio okay. But yeah, I'm a little disappointed. There's no plastic skids or anything like that on the body. That would have been nice. No battery included. There is your little ESC, tiny little motor here, servo rather, with a built-in little servo saver. So this is one of those spring-loaded little servo savers that go on the actual servo horn. There's our tiny little motor, and we've got steering links and camber links that are metal and adjustable, which is really nice to see on a little truck like this. We have some bracing on the back here for the shock tower. Plastic body chocks, but they are threaded bodies. No alloy shock caps or anything like that. We've got a mixture of silver hex hardware and black hex hardware. Everything else underneath is hex as well. And We've got a nice little bumper at the front here. There's not a lot of flex on the bumper. Oh my God, just pushing on the bumper, I popped out the LED. Do you know what I might do? I don't know if this is gonna make a difference, but I might put a dab of hot glue on the back of this just to see, because I do have a hot glue gun, and maybe they'll hold on a little bit more. The problem you've got as well is that these LEDs, I don't know if you can see this, I'll try and show you on camera, but the actual diodes, they stick out a little bit past the plastic. You can probably see it on that one quite well. So you can see how that sticks out. So traditionally, when you have LEDs in bumpers like this, the little sleeve, this little tube where the diode sticks in, is kind of sticks out further than the diode, and it's designed as such to protect the actual light. In this case, the lights are actually, the round carcass of the light is sticking out. So yeah, you're going to have a head-on impact, just as I did here to try and, you see there. So I'll push this in, and just with my hand, boop, out it comes, all right? And look at the other one popped out as well. So it's a bit ridiculous that they've done it this way. I think that's definitely a design flaw there. I don't know why they would have done that. That's just silly, really silly. So you've got adjustable body posts. The center drive shaft is actually covered by everything here, so it's got a plastic cover over the top, which I don't mind that. I like that. A fairly clean and generous battery compartment, and of course they give you this battery strap, which is plastic. So that Velcro one that we saw in the bag, that's obviously a different one, a spare one, where you can convert this to the Velcro strap. I presume there may be some parts in there that you need to put in here to then convert it to Velcro, I think. Oh no, not at all. The actual borders for this for the battery are actually slotted already to accommodate the Velcro strap. So there we go there. So you might be able to see it's got a slot cut in there and another slot cut in there. I may actually do that. I do like that it's very clean. There's no there's no like anything sort of interfering here. And it's a good size. So I think you'll be able to put a 2S in here without any problems at all. Although, it'll be a little bit small. There are 2 adjustments in the shock towers at the front and 3 adjustments in the rear. There is no adjustment on the arms for the shock. And there is no adjustment for the arms on the front shocks either. Obviously, this being a plastic chassis, there's no droop screws or anything like that included. I do find it interesting that there is a mixture of black and silver hardware screws. Yeah, I don't know what the idea is there. It looks like the arms do accommodate sway bars, but I don't know how they... Oh no, they would mount... Yeah, so there's a little hole. You can just see it if I get my finger out of the way. There's a little hole just there. And I think the sway bar would go through that and then mount onto the arms. But obviously this doesn't come with sway bars. And monster trucks in general, it's half and half whether or not they actually do any type of benefit. There is an alloy anchorment here for the steering. Steering servo is actually really nice and smooth. Everything actually feels, for a car this small, everything feels nice and snug. There's not a lot of slop on these wheels. Actually, it's really good. Really, really good. Suspension, the shocks being plastic bodied. I've said this many times before, like, yeah, alloy shocks are always a better option. And for the money you pay for this, I do think that at least alloy shock caps should have come with this. That's just my belief on that. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, it doesn't. Plastic shocks doesn't always mean that they're going to fail or they're going to pop the caps off or anything like that. It's just we'll see how that plays out. My on and off switch just seems to be floating around here. I'm going to have to tape that down somehow, because that is not stuck down very well. You can see that tape didn't quite doesn't quite stick there very well, so I'm gonna have to fix that up. There is a little bit of wire management here to keep the wires and cables all tidied up. It does come with Dean's, yeah, which is not great. I prefer XT60s, but you know, it's fine. No wire management for the ESC and motor wires, which, okay, sure, no problem. The receiver antenna just comes out the back here. There's no like anywhere to put like an upright antenna, so that's both a good thing and a bad thing, because yeah, you probably won't get as much range as you otherwise would, you know, with an upright antenna. But at the same time, like, how far do you want to go with this? It's only a small truck. You're going to lose sight of it pretty quickly anyway. I mean, even the steering link here is adjustable to an extent. There's some good things here, definitely. I believe this just has, oh no, this has a center diff. This is one of the few trucks that I think has a center diff. Yes, it does. So this little one has a center diff, while so many others either have a straight four-wheel drive, so there's no slipper clutch, or they'll have a slipper clutch built in. So really good to see. This one will be interesting to see how it drives as well. And yeah, there's the little Team Associated Reflex, what is it, 14MT or MT14 or whatever it is. Not a bad little truck. I think there's a few things that could definitely be better. The LED lights being one. I would have preferred to see XT60s. Definitely would have liked to see an alloy chassis in something like this, or at least a little bit more alloy parts, maybe the shocks, stuff like that. Actually, drive shafts, that's one thing I forgot to check. We've got universals, I think. Yeah, they're universals at the front. Look at that. So universals at the front, and we have, well, yep, standard dog bones in the rear, which is pretty standard. And yeah. All right, so at least the drive shafts are not too bad. They are a little bit thin, I will say. Well, there's a bit of rubber hanging out there. They are a little bit thin. They're not the thickest drive shafts you're going to find on a truck this size. You can sort of see, but you know, if they're good metal, they might be okay. We'll see what kind of abuse this little guy can take, because I'm hoping to take it out tomorrow and give you a bit of driving footage. So that's going to be the unboxing of the Team Associated MT14 or 14MT, and yeah, stay tuned for more. If you enjoyed this video, if you liked this unboxing that was a bit different, thanks to my dog for chewing up the box, let me know in the comments. Maybe I'll do a couple more like this, a bit random from time to time, just so it's not always the same thing. And you know, we get to go on a bit of an explore journey together and find out about these cars from my first impressions and first looks. Because believe it or not, that's kind of how I started doing unboxings many years ago. But then I kind of structured them a little bit differently as time went on. So if you want to see more of this sort of like raw unboxing type style, let me know in the comments. If you're new to the channel, you just found me, hey, be sure to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe as well if you are new. And I'll be speaking to you all next time.